Well, the U.S. death toll from coronavirus now at 14 with more than 200 confirmed infections. In New York State alone, cases doubled to 22 with more than 2,000 people in home isolation. Congress has approved an $8.3 billion emergency spending bill to fund response to the COVID-19 outbreak. President Trump is expected to sign it later today. We're joined by Anjalee Khemlani for more details on all of this.
That's right, Julie. Yeah, so the numbers, as you said, in the U.S. really climbing as expected. We know that the clusters maintain in the East Coast in New York, and then on the West Coast out in California and Washington is where we're seeing most of those cases. More than 100,000 now, a new milestone of cases globally, with more than 3,400 deaths in total. Really looking at that. But one important number to look at also is the number of recovered, which is more than half of those cases reported at 55,000, which is somewhat encouraging. We also know that yesterday there was a lot of activity around testing. That has been one of the major concerns as the world's largest economy looks at how to curb this outbreak, including for those tests. So companies like Quest Diagnostics and LabCorp coming out and saying that they are going to, in fact, have their commercial tests ready while we've seen issues with the rollout from the CDC, the Centers for Disease Control. So in that role, also, insurers now also play a part. We've seen Cigna and as well just this morning, CVS Health and Aetna talking about how they're going to waive the copay and any cost sharing for those tests. But it's important to note that that does not cover the visit. So if you're going to a physician's office or if you're going to a hospital, the cover for that, the copay for that will still be applicable. So it's important to remember that. Meanwhile, we're looking at just how the spending is going to be, distributed with President Trump signing that bill later, and how this really, helps to catalyze what we're looking at for the outbreak. Julie and Adam, back to you.
Hey investors, Zach Guzman here. Are you interested in learning more about the markets and getting the latest financial news? Well, then click right here to subscribe to our Yahoo Finance YouTube channel. Get the latest up-to-the-minute market analysis, big interviews in the world of finance, and information on how to manage your money every day wherever you are.